I will
The
fight
street
someone if they
screw
take my
grinders,
horse.
you.
'Cause he waited until he left, duh. Now he's gonna pull a gun on me first. If you say something embarrassing, I swear to God, I'm taking off my headphones. A lifetime of irresponsible pursuit has at last left my body frail. Indeed, my time is near, I can feel it. And when it comes, I will embrace those cold hands. I will welcome their mercy as they absolve me of my terrible work. What comfort, mother, that I may escape this cruel deserved reckoning. What magnificent injustice. Who the hell am I playing as right now? What is that? Indeed, my legacy will outlast my body and brain, and long after they grow cold, the eternal flame will ask the question, was it worth it? Does it sound like it? Oh. And silence will answer, forgive me.
Cortez Creek.
God, that scared the shit out of me. I knew there was going to be voice acting, but that still scared me.
You've ridden 5 days straight, chasing nothing but the promise of wealth. They said the bounty was big, bigger than anything you'd seen before. Little Louis Shepherd, they call him. Not much of a name for someone worth that kind of gold.
The type of name is, what did he do?
But then again, this is Cortez Creek, a place where they say gold flows from its mountains like water. A place where fortunes are made.
It sounds like a scam.
Not long to go now, boy. You've done good.
I didn't realize I get voice acting too.
The poor thing deserves a break. You both do.
I want to see the wanted
Little
poster.
Louis Shepherd.
Murder, armed robbery, arson, kidnapping, graffiti, fearmongering, extortion, and more. So where did the Shepherd part come from? The captured dead or alive of one Louis. Oh, I guess his last name is Shepherd. Okay.
One of her so many crimes, I couldn't even list them all on the poster.
And that's all they're offering? I get this is probably like set back when this was worth more, but still.
How did one guy commit all those offenses?
Must be some kind of mastermind.
I mean, don't judge a book by its cover.
You never even heard of the guy. You glance at your purse, pulling it open just enough to peer inside. Pathetically empty. Barely enough to last a week, at a stretch. It's been a rough few months, truth be told. Every bounty you've chased lately seems to get snatched up before you can even draw your gun. That's why you rode all the way out here, for the bounty on little Louis Shepherd.
I will say, it's nice not having to read every 2 seconds. But I do hope I get some lines that I can read myself.
And this time, you need to be the one who collects.
I don't think I will, though.
The town has a rare reputation of experiencing not one, but 2 gold rushes.
Why do I feel like this is not all it's cracked up to be? I don't know, it feels suspicious. What happened here? Why is there so much blood everywhere?
Your horse trots into town, his hooves kicking up little clouds of dust with each step.
So this is Cortez Creek, huh?
It looks like a shithole for a town that's considered very lucky with gold. But I guess the wealthy are just hoarding it, so that's not surprising.
For a so-called wealthy town, it's...
As I was saying,
Well, it's clearly seen better days.
it looks like there was like some sort of bar fight right outside here. Or like a chase scene.
Red graffiti is scrawled on the side of a house, half scrubbed away and splintered.
Why is she looking at me funny? I just got here.
Food and water does sound good round about now, but you know you ought to swing by the sheriff's office to get the latest on the bounty.
I feel like I should get my horse food first.
The sooner I can catch this guy and cut loose, the better.
You
What
pivot
the-
to see a man leaning against a railing, a bottle smashed at his feet.
Another one.
Excuse me, sir?
Another what?
You. Another outsider.
Mind your business and go back to bed. Yeah, I'm not engaging.
Not as much.
You're drunk, sir. I can put you on your ass. Don't play with me.
Bread and carrots, let's see, that's 25 cents in total.
You pat your pockets, frowning. That loose change was there earlier, wasn't it?
Oh my god, I got my ass robbed. Fuck.
Did some coins fall out when you dismounted, or did someone lift it off you?
You missing something? Yeah, I can tell by the look on your face. Bless your heart, you must be new here. Best be careful in Cortez Creek. There's a lot of crooks about. The thieving type.
Thanks for the tip.
At least you still have your purse. You take out the money and pay the shopkeeper.
You take care of yourself now, and keep an eye on them thieves.
Next person comes up to me is getting socked.
You turn the corner and find yourself in the heart of Cortez Creek, the town square. The sheriff's office stands at the center, but your attention snaps to the noisy crowd gathered outside.
All right, settle down now. Settle down.
You step closer, spotting a man on the porch addressing the crowd. He must be Sheriff Hargreave.
I know y'all want answers, and you'll get 'em. Just hold your peace for a spell.
You push through the crowd, but it's packed tight. Over someone's shoulder, you catch a glimpse of a ranger pulling down a wanted poster. You strain for a better look, and to your dismay,
Oh
it's a
no.
poster of little Louie.
I can confirm that as of noon today,
Fuck.
the blight known as Little Louie has been caught.
Well, shit.
This capture finally puts an end to the series of criminal activity that has been plaguing our good town of Cortez Creek for some time now.
I came out here for nothing.
Little Louie is caught. The bounty is gone. Now what?
Do you happen to have other bounties, sir?
The sheriff goes back inside, followed by his rangers and the stripped-off wanted posters.
On here, the sheriff announced who caught him.
He didn't say, but if I had to guess, I'd bet my boots it was that wildfire again.
I guess I have to ask.
Excuse me, what do you mean by wildfire?
You ain't heard of wildfire.
I'm new here.
And what? You been living in a prairie dog hole for the past year?
The men shove past you, laughing.
Well then, that was a warm welcome.
Okay, dickhead, like,
Damn. Speaking of thieves, just left my poor horse tied to that hitching post.
I can't believe we never just went back to get the horse and then...
Judging by how shady this town is turning out to be, that was likely a fool move.
Real. I don't know. I already have a headache.
I better check on him. I hope I'm not too late.
I will fight
The
someone if they
streets
take
grow
my
quieter
horse.
as You stop in your tracks. It's just what you feared. Someone is trying to steal your horse.
How much you want to bet no one's actually trying to steal it? But I will pull the gun anyway. Oh, I either yell or approach. I'm not gonna attract attention, so I'm gonna approach.
You walk quietly towards the man.
It-
your
yeah,
hand on the
yeah.
hilt of your gun, just in case.
Good. Oh, it's him.
I'm sorry, partner. I didn't see you there. I just noticed this remarkable fellow looked rather hungry, so I gave him something to eat. I, hope you don't mind.
I'll let it slide.
I take it he's yours? What's his name?
I don't think there's a harm in telling him, but I guess I don't get to name the horse. I do get to name the horse. If I had a horse, what would I name it? Let's see. You know, this name might be a little bit lame, but I'm gonna say Dustborn.
Is that so? Well, it's a fine name for a fine horse. Pardon my forwardness, but if you're planning on staying the night, you might want to consider moving him to the livery stables. Cortez Creek, it's not the safest place after dark.
I don't even know if I can stay the night. Like, do I even have the money for that?
We've had some trouble with horse thieves around here lately, and I'd hate to see your horse here fall into the wrong hands. Livery secure, and I'll make sure he's well looked after. You have my word.
Please do. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
If you break my trust, I'm pulling the gun on you.
I came here for the bounty on little Louis Shepherd, but looks like I'm a little late to the rodeo.
Oh? How's that?
What do you mean, how's that? Someone caught him already. They never said who, though.
The sheriff just announced that he's already been caught.
Is that so?
He looks straight down at his hands as he adjusts your horse's reins. He doesn't look particularly moved by the news.
I'm gonna ask about wildfire.
I heard some people talking about wildfire. I don't suppose you know what that is?
I'm sorry. I'm probably not the best person to ask about these sort of things.
So you're useless.
I try to keep to myself. Just me, the horses, and the cattle.
Okay.
You could say I like to keep things in my life
No.
stable as possible.
No. No.
Get it?
The fact that he laughed so hard at his own joke.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So, have you always lived in Cortez Creek?
Yep, Cortez, born and raised. It's a
Ooh.
beautiful place. At least it was until things got a little, rough around the edges in recent years.
This might be kind of random. I really like his nose shape. I like it when characters have, like, unique noses.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, it's not too often a town gets a second gold rush. That amount of wealth attracts a great deal of prospectors, traders, general wealthy folk. But unfortunately for Cortez Creek, these sort of people also draw a considerable number of undesirables, people looking for trouble.
I'm pressed for more information.
Can you tell me more?
You'd be better
Oh
off
my
asking
God.
someone else about this sort of stuff.
Alright, well, there's 2 other love interests that I've seen so far. Let me go find one of them since you're not talking.
What's with this guy? Why does he seem so uncomfortable all of a sudden?
It's giving you were trouble back in the day, and you don't want me to know about it. And I find that suspect.
You retrace your steps to the town square and find a hotel on one of the side streets.
I don't trust none of this.
A man stands outside the
I
entrance.
don't trust
shooing away
you.
some rats with a broom. He looks up and smiles at you.
They say not to judge a book by its cover, but I'm judging heavily.
Howdy, traveler. You look like you could do with the rest. Can I do you for a room?
Will I be sharing a room with these rats?
Ha! Not if I can help it.
He opens the door for you and gestures inside, a proud smile on his face.
Tell me how much these rooms cost before I decide to share a room with a rat.
We're awfully busy here at the best of times. But what with the hanging of that valiant brute Little Louie tonight bringing all the looky-loos from yonder county, we're expecting to be fully booked up once the crowds get here. Horrid little man, that Little Louie. Glad he's getting what he deserves.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, about that room. Oh, let me ask questions.
Not personally, no, but one hears what folks say about him. Anyway, it's just one night you'll be staying. That correct?
Yes.
The mere sight of your bed makes your legs feel weak with fatigue. You flop down onto the covers. After all, your horse is resting safely in the stables under the kind watch of Tom. So it's only fair that you get some respite also, right?
Tom, if something happens to my horse, I will be coming for your head. What the hell is this? The dark road darkens before you. Which way do you choose? Oh, hell no. I rebuke this. What? Okay, straight. Blood on the ground. Is it yours? I'm gonna say no.
The knock awakens you with a start, disturbing your deep sleep and washing away any lingering images. You hear the familiar booming voice of the hotel owner outside your door.
Crowd's starting to gather. You best get down there to secure a good spot.
You head down to the town square, where a large crowd is already forming near the hanging platform.
Oh my god, is he gonna escape in front of the crowd? That'd be crazy.
Jeers erupt from the crowd at the sight of the small man, who has been gagged, and the sheriff hushes them before beginning to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, good people of Cortez County, we are gathered here this evening to witness the final and definitive serving of justice to one heinous individual who has for many months been a tremendous blight on our beautiful town of Cortez Creek. I am of course referring to one Louis Amos Theodore Shepard, known in these parts as Little Louie.
There's a ghost of a smile on the sheriff's face. He seems to be enjoying the spectacle.
He would enjoy the spectacle. Cops be like that.
His capture is a triumph for the cooperation of bounty hunters, benefactors, and law enforcement alike, and I, Sheriff Philip Hargrave, am honored to stand before you to deliver this justice. The man standing before us has been found guilty by the Cortez County Court of Justice for committing the following crimes over a 2-year time frame. 11 counts of murder,
Oh.
8 counts of armed robbery, 4 counts of arson, 7 counts of criminal graffiti and unlawful fear-mongering,
Yo, what?
kidnap, perjury, bigamy, perverting the course of justice, extortion.
Little Louis shakes his head desperately as the long list of charges is read out, earning him a kick in the back of the legs by the ranger.
Oh my god. Would he be, like, is he being framed? That would make this so, like, I'd feel bad if he's being framed. But that would make this so much more interesting.
As you cast your eyes over the crowd before you, they land on a particular figure. A man, dressed in dark clothes, standing on the outskirts of the crowd.
That's my man. Yes, yes.
Unlike the rest of the spectators, his face is turned to the crowd rather than the gallows. And you're not sure what exactly it is, but something about this guy looks like bad news. The sheriff reaches the end of little Louis's extensive list of crimes, and the crowd goes silent in anticipation.
He kept going? Nah, see, because now I'm suspicious as hell. Not to say I wouldn't believe it, but also I just don't trust cops, so.
A noose is lowered around little Louis's neck, followed by a bag, masking his panicked eyes for the last time. A sense of unexplained dread fills your body, and a feeling in your gut sinks like a stone.
I'm gonna stay to watch. I feel like things are about to get crazy.
The sheriff steps towards the wooden lever at the side of the stage.
Ordinarily, at this point, I would ask the condemned if he has any final words. But on this occasion, we have had to gag little Louis to spare the public from his foul-mouthed language, you understand.
Yeah, that's also suspicious as hell.
Little Louis Shepard, your sentence is death. May God have mercy on your soul.
He pulls the lever, and a great creak echoes across the town square as the platform's trapdoor collapses, and little Louis's body plunges 2 feet down. The crowd breaks out into an uproar. And then, a movement amongst the crowd catches your eye. It's the mysterious outlaw. You watch as he weaves his way through the crowd so seamlessly it's like watching a ghost. You stare in alarm as he swipes something from an unsuspecting man. A bag of coins, most likely. You look around frantically.
Surely someone else must have spotted him.
But no, everyone else seems too distracted by the hanging to notice. Maybe this is your chance. If you catch this guy red-handed, you can bring him into the sheriff's office and at least get some kind of bounty reward before you head home.
I feel like this is not going to go as smoothly as she thinks it is.
Besides, something about the way he moves tells you he's a wanted man. The rewards could be lucrative.
I can catch him. He looks dangerous. He does look dangerous. I don't know if I want this to be our first meeting. But also, I kind of don't want him to let him go right now. So, I'm going to take a risk.
Your heart stops as he glances over in your direction, like he knew he was being watched. Your eyes meet, the furious glare of his gaze boring into you like a hot poker. Then, just as quickly as he saw you, he keeps moving, further and further through to the other side of the crowd, before he disappears behind a building.
Okay, it's time to tail him. It's time to tail him.
Fuck it. Let's get this guy.
You push through the crowd in the direction of the outlaw. Making your way through the heaving crowd is definitely harder than he made it seem. By the time you get to the alleyway, of course, it's empty.
'Cause he waited until he left, duh. Now he's gonna pull a gun on me first.
Like hell I'm giving up. The guy can't have gotten far.
Get on high ground. Which way to go, left, right? Girl, how the hell should I know? I'm gonna say left, because it looks like that might be some area where there's like carriages, horses. Maybe he's trying to like make a quick escape. So Sorry, I said left. We're gonna go right.
You continue running down the path, turning again,
Oh god. Oh.
and stop in your tracks as you observe a message scrawled on the side of a building.
The elk sees. Definitely don't touch it. We'll sniff.
You lean towards the graffiti and give it a sniff. It's not a scent you can identify, but its fumes make your head spin.
What kind of drunk leaves a message like this?
How do you know they're
You
drunk?
frown, turning on your heel to leave, and then you freeze as you hear the click of a gun from behind you.
Shit.
The air feels cold and still.
Hands above your head. Turn around. Slowly.
Ooh. I'm not trying to get shot immediately, though.
You do as the voice says, and raise your hands, slowly turning around. You find yourself standing face to face with the mysterious outlaw. He has an icy, uneasy aura about him.
What do you know?
That you pickpocketed someone? I'm not apologizing for shit.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You were watching me in the crowd. Why?
You can't help but notice the man has an English accent, ironically, making him seem even more like an outsider to this town than you.
I'll admit it.
I didn't mean to watch you. You just caught my eye, is all.
Girl, just say you saw him pickpocketing. It sounds like he's done more. With the way he's interrogating me, he's probably done worse, but I can admit to noticing him pickpocketing someone.
The outlaw raises an eyebrow, but says nothing.
To be fair, though, you definitely stand out. You're covered in all black.
What do you know about little Louis?
Literally nothing other than his bounty. I don't know.
Well, I know he's little. That's why they call him Little Louie, I guess. It seems a rather fitting name.
Is that a joke?
No? What I mean to say is, I don't know anything. Just that he was a wanted man.
Then what are you doing in Cortez Creek?
I wanted to catch him, and as you saw, he was already caught.
As soon as I arrived, I found out he'd already been caught. Some wildfire got to him first.
Is it Girly Pop then? Is that who she is?
That's all I know. I promise.
A few moments pass, and then the man seems to relax. He places his gun back in his holster, all the while not taking his eyes off you.
I can tell that you're not from around here.
I can tell that you're also not from around here.
You wear it on you like a brand.
I could literally say the exact same shit.
Heed my warning. Don't get involved in business that doesn't concern you.
Thankfully, you're not my dad, so I will just do whatever the hell I want.
Is that helpful advice? Or a threat?
Probably both.
He glares at you, almost like he can read your thoughts.
I have no interest in helping you. I simply expect you to stay out of my way.
You know, just for that comment, I'm gonna get in your way. You asked for this.
What's this all about? Is there something going on in this town?
Didn't you hear what I just said?
I did, and I don't care.
His eyes shift to the space behind you, and you realize that the commotion from the town square has died down, replaced with steadily approaching chatter. You twist to look over your shoulder and see people beginning to fill the streets.
Now, why would you do that? Because once I turn around, he's gone.
When you turn back around,
Exactly.
the outlaw is gone.
But who was that guy? And what was he implying about Little Louie?
The encounter with the outlaw may have been fruitless, but it certainly helped you work up an appetite.
So, like, is this where we meet our girl? I would hate to live in this time frame. I can't stand the smell of smoke, and I would have to smell it everywhere, all the time.
Welcome to Randy's Saloon. I'm Randy.
I forgot about this character.
May I get a fine individual such as yourself anything to drink?
You know, you can just give me a water to start off with, Randy. Yeah, we just start. I know someone beside me is gonna make a comment about this. I don't care.
And can I get something to eat with that?
Sure, we got Randy's famous buffalo stew.
You look around at the nearby tables and see people spooning a miserable-looking gray slop into their mouths.
I think I'm gonna pass. Let's just ask for
Do
something.
you have anything else?
Nope.
Fine. Buffalo stew it is.
I think I'd rather starve, to be honest.
Did you catch the hanging?
Yes, I did.
I missed it myself. He had to keep the doors of Randy's saloon open, you understand? Just as well, really. That little Louis fella used to drink here a few times.
Why do I feel like he's low-key not dead?
A look of melancholy flashes across Randy's face suddenly.
You knew him?
Sure did. Small little guy, that little Louis.
Hence the name.
I knew he could be a sneaky son of a gun when he wanted to be, but I couldn't have guessed the extent of what he got up to. He was dull as dishwater.
Obviously, this is implying that he's a little stupid, but sneaky how?
What do you mean, a sneaky son of a gun?
Well, he was a bit of a rascal, that little Louis. Thieved from a few of the townsfolk in his time. Thieved from me too, in fact. But kidnapping? Murder? Never saw that coming, no sirree. What I mean is, I never took that little Louis for quite the villain he turned out to be. Played us all for a fool, I imagine. And if anyone was gonna catch the varmint, it would have to be Wildfire, of course.
Yeah, give me my information.
Wildfire again?
Curiosity.
Can you tell me about Wildfire?
Really? Surely a bounty hunter such as yourself knows all about Wildfire.
Well, I'm not from round these parts.
And what parts of those, Australia?
Dude.
I figured any bounty hunter worth their salt would have heard about Wildfire.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Thanks for that.
Well, Wildfire's the fiercest bounty hunter this side of Mississippi. Yes, sirree. Can shoot a man down in the blink of an eye. And speaking of eyes, that Wildfire has a gaze as cold as ice.
As cold as ice?
Surely it's not him.
Maybe that mysterious outlaw I encountered earlier was Wildfire all along.
I doubt it.
Ah, and here's your Randy's famous buffalo stew.
I'm not eating that.
As you settle into your seat, you can't help but feel like you're being watched. Only to
Batty.
catch
She's gorgeous.
The air is so dark and smoky that you struggle to make out her face, but something seems vaguely familiar about her. Then you hear a yell, followed by the sound of a chair toppling to the floor.
What did you just say?
Oh, God.
I said what I said. Maybe you ought to clean your ears out.
The first man grabs a glass bottle from the table and smashes it, jutting the broken bottleneck towards the other man's neck.
Can we not?
Looks like I need to teach you a lesson on respecting your superiors.
I kind of want to intervene just because I've been pretty passive this whole time. Let me do something a little bit interesting. Except for when I chase Blue Eyes back there, but that doesn't count.
Without a second thought, you stand up from your chair, your hand at the hilt of your gun. Before you can move, you hear a squeak of wooden chair legs against the floor.
Oh, come on.
You glance across the saloon. It's the same woman who was watching you just moments ago.
Didn't I just put you away 2 days ago, cabron?
Don't talk to me like that, you darn uppity bitch. I don't know why y'all act so darn terrified around some woman.
He said that. He said the W with his chest. Knock him out.
I'll show you. There ain't nothing to be afraid of.
You look back at the woman and see a glint of a gun held at her hip, aimed directly at the man.
Take your pathetic counterfeit silver and find some other saloon to darken.
Counterfeit. Okay. Clocked his
Don't
shit.
anyway.
Almost immediately, the ambience is more or less returned to normal. In that moment, you remember where you recognize her from. But there's no way.
Childhood friend?
Could it really be? Santana de la Mora.
Oh,
your
no.
rival from your youth.
Not a rival. Fuck. Okay, well now I'm pissed off.
Santana? So it is you. Do you live here now in Cortez Creek? Or are you just passing through?
Oh, I'm here and there.
That's not much of an answer.
And you? Just visiting to collect a bounty, I hear?
How is it that everyone here seems to know my business? I guess gossip travels fast in Cortez Creek.
Actually, I just overheard you talking to Randy a few moments ago.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But why were you listening in the first place?
Which bounty was that then?
I was after that little Louis guy. Traveled a few days across the desert just for him. But someone got to him first. Some bounty hunter they call Wildfire.
Santana smirks and takes another drag from her cigar as she watches you. Fearing more awkward silence, you keep talking. Rambling, to be more precise.
If you say something embarrassing, I swear to God, I'm taking off my headphones.
I don't know. Maybe you had the same problem when you first got here.
No, she is Wildfire.
Everyone treats me like an outsider, and yet somehow they still expect me to know all the unwritten rules about this place.
That is annoying, I will say. That's really fucking annoying.
Like who this Wildfire guy is.
Why are you assuming it's a guy?
Frankly, I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah,
Just another
no,
bounty
no,
hunter.
turn it.
It
I'm
can't
taking
be
off the
that
headphones.
impressive.
Taking off the headphones. She's pissing me off.
If he is as good as they say, why would he waste his time being a bounty hunter, chasing after petty criminals and lowlifes?
That's a fair question, I'd say.
Why not do something practical with that talent?
I still think it's her. Are you asking me for advice?
You frown, unsure if she meant that as an insult to you, having just announced yourself as a bounty hunter. But a quick glance at her face suggests she meant no offense. She's staring thoughtfully into space, her arms crossed, with one hand lightly holding the cigar at her lips.
This little Louis Shepherd. I presume you attended the hanging.
Yeah.
What did you make of him?
I don't know this man. I've got nothing to go off of. I do feel like something fell off.
I don't know. Something maybe seemed a little off about the whole thing.
Yeah, like they never mentioned who caught him specifically. We're just assuming that's Wildfire, and he never got to say his last words. So I'm really curious to know, like, if he was framed or like what? Like what's going on? I want to know.
You don't look at her directly, but you feel her eyes dart towards your face.
Off? In what way?
Like the police are hiding something kind of way, as usual. He didn't look smug. He definitely didn't look smug. He didn't do a loan. He's not guilty. I don't know if I want to say either of these because I don't have any proof that he didn't do a loan. But it is a lot of crime, so it would make sense. But I also don't know if I just straight up say he's not guilty. I don't have proof of that. I'm gonna go with he didn't do it alone, I don't think.
Honestly, he didn't strike me as the sort of person that could commit all those crimes by himself. Someone who did all those terrible things on their lonesome would need to be some kind of criminal mastermind. But judging from what I've heard people say about him, little Louis was no mastermind.
Unless he hid it, but I kind of doubt that.
Which leads me to think he didn't commit those crimes by himself. Maybe his accomplice, or accomplices, are still out there.
He didn't do it alone, huh?
I mean, that's just speculation, Queen.
What about his accomplices then? Why weren't they caught?
They could have added him, like turned their back on him. Threw him to the wolves. It would make sense. But again, like I said, I'm just spitballing.
And why would little Louis take the fall for them?
You remember how little Louis's face looked, all beaten and bruised as he stood on the hanging platform, like someone tried to get information out of him before his execution. Surely if there was information about accomplices, he would have spilled then, in exchange for his life.
Why do you ask?
Santana just looks at you and leans back into her chair, her expression impenetrable, like she's assessing you.
I love these like types of noses on characters. Also, I love how like realistically, anatomy-wise, her arm rests on this chair. That's such a weird thing to point out, I'm sorry.
A few moments pass and it becomes clear you're not going to get an answer.
Girl.
It's difficult to put your finger on exactly how, but you get a sense that something's troubling her. Perhaps she's a bounty hunter too, and she's feeling low because she also missed out on the reward to Wildfire, just like you. Which would explain why she resorted to drinking away her sorrows in the shadows of
I mean,
Randy's
I'm not
saloon,
drinking. I have water.
Just like you.
I have water. You can relax, narrator.
How long are you staying in Cortes Creek?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Me? Just the one night. The only reason I came here was for the bounty on little Louis, but now that's no more, I'll have to seek out other pastures. Cortes Creek ain't exactly my idea of a good time. Plus, it seems like that Wildfire probably has a monopoly on just about every criminal in the area by the sounds of it.
Santana chuckles. Just as you think you've finally managed to warm her up enough to get some semblance of a conversation flowing, she stands up, knocks back the last of her drink, and places the glass back down on the table.
Shame you're not sticking around any longer.
Should have answered differently?
It might have been fun to put you in your place again.
Don't start with me, man.
For old time's sake. It's goat, by the way.
Of course it's goat. I hate goat.
Nearest buffalo isn't for 500 miles. That's probably what makes it so famous.
Without waiting for a response, she puts her hat on and walks away, disappearing into the smoky saloon air.
I'm surprised it's giving me the option. I never wanted to eat this in the first place.
I'd rather starve.
Exactly. I'm having water and ice for dinner.
Well, how is Randy's famous buffalo stew?
How would I know? I didn't touch that disgusting goat shit.
Oh no, why would you say that to his face? I feel bad.
Randy's face drops. You can see tears collecting in his unfocused eyes.
That was so mean.
I'm mighty sorry to hear that. I sure do hope you'll be up for trying it next time.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, before you go, I see you got yourself acquainted. Mighty impressive, if I may say so.
Acquainted? What do you mean?
Why, acquainted
Yeah.
with Wildfire, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking knew it.
Real good job charming her like that. I've never seen her talk that much to a single soul. Clearly, you got some kind of way with the ladies that simple folk like me would only dream to possess.
Santana? Santana is Wildfire?
I'm glad we're on the same page now.
No wonder she spent half the conversation smirking.
Yeah, that's why it's embarrassing and I had to take off my headphones.
But if she was Wildfire, that would make her so if she had all that money, why did she seem so down?
'Cause she didn't actually get the bounty. I don't think so, at least. People just say that she did.
The air feels heavier, quieter, almost as though...
Put your hand right onto your gun, like right now.
Then, out of the shadows, a dark figure steps into view.
A thief? Or the mysterious outlaw again?
I mean, we don't need to always assume that's gonna be him.
You instinctively reach for your gun, but then the figure holds up their hands, showing you they're unarmed.
I won't take much of your time.
She lowers her hands and takes a step towards you.
You seek gold. You were right to come here.
Have you been watching me?
There's an enormous wealth of it, right beneath our very feet. If only you could see through to reach it.
This sounds sus.
Her cryptic words raise dozens of questions in your head, but all you can do is stare as she reaches out a long, sleeved arm to place something in your hand.
What is this?
What's this parcel you've just given me?
It's all I have. It will help you to find the truth and claim your gold.
Why me? What burden did you just saddle me with?
Look, lady, I don't have the slightest clue what you're talking about. You clearly have me mistaken for somebody else. I have no link to this town, to this county. I'm not here to solve your puzzles. I just came here for the gold. And I missed my chance. So I'm not sticking around. Find someone else for your riddles.
The woman flinches at your tone. You feel a pang of regret as she retreats by some degree.
It needs to be you because I've watched you.
Why and for how long?
You're true of heart, an outsider, someone whose judgment is unclouded by loss and personal circumstance. This town needs you, whether you realize it or not.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck!
Are you God? Why are you giving me this task?
You are the only one who can uncover the truth.
You hesitate, not sure how to react to that.
I've said more than I should. I must go, and so should you. The fog is beginning to roll in.
I don't like how you said that.
Hang on. What do you want me to do with...
But your plea is left unanswered as the woman disappears back into the shadows as quickly as she came, leaving you standing alone in the street. What did she mean by an enormous wealth right below our feet? Was it literal? You're aware the gold mine up in the hills is what funds this town's hustle, but surely it doesn't stretch below Cortez Creek itself, or does it?
It would be a really bad time to realize that. People are already living here. We can't just dig up the whole town.
At that moment, you remember the canvas wrap parcel
Don't open
in your
this here.
hand, nearly forgotten in the confusion of that vague exchange.
Not here. Hotel room.
Common sense tells you not to open it here, where there could be thieves hiding in any corner.
Are you kidding me?
Curiosity gets the better of you.
This girl, oh my goodness. If someone steals this from you, it's your fucking fault. Because if they would give me the choice, I would have waited till we got back to the hotel.
The fabric falls away to reveal a folded piece of parchment and a small gold nugget.
Cover that shit right now.
A jolt of awareness snaps you back to your senses, and you quickly pocket the nugget before anyone sees.
Pull out your gun again.
The gold isn't the prize, you realize. It's the proof, a promise. Her way of proving that her story isn't just a fanciful tale. Your heart pounding. You unfold the piece of parchment. Will it contain instructions on how to dig up the rest of the gold? Or a map, perhaps?
That's too helpful. It's gonna be a cryptic message.
But as you squint at the paper, your brow furrows.
Miller McCabe? SLS. All that glitters.
Miller McCabe. SLS. All that glitters. You stare at the paper, like you're hoping some pattern might emerge from what looks like 6 very unrelated words.
It could be an anagram, but I'm gonna be real, I'm not smart enough to figure that out.